Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Now, I know I typically don't do sit-down, talky-styled videos on this channel. I usually reserve that for my other one, but there's been a few changes recently and I thought it would be cool to start incorporating kind of more sit-down, talking to you styled videos, but that are a little bit more about me and who I am and what I do and what makes me me and where I live, where I'm moving and things like that. So anyways, I hope you like the new adjustment. But today I thought I would start this video off with the ethnicity tag. My ethnicity has been something that has been questioned my entire life. Growing up in Canada, you see so many people that look so different, but I mean, to me, looking at me, I think you can kind of tell a little bit of what I am, but literally I've had people think I'm Asian, I've had people think that I'm East Indian, I've had people think that I'm like just white but really tan, so yeah, and I get asked like where I'm from all the time. And growing up in Canada, obviously I sound really Canadian, but obviously by looking at me, you know that my ancestors, they didn't originally come from here. So that's kind of what inspired this video, but without rambling on too long, let's just get into the questions. Alright, question number one. I already kind of answered that. I am from Canada. I was born and raised in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. However, my parents are not from here. My dad is Guyanese, from Guyana. If you don't know where that is, it's like a little country at the top of South America. And then my mom is from Grenada. So I don't think that I have that peculiar of a look, but again, because it gets questioned so often, it's kind of hard to explain to people, I find, because my dad is Guyanese, yes, but if you didn't know, Guyana is made up, I think it's like 4 or 5 like main different races. There's black people, and then there is East Indian people, and then there's their native Indians, and then I believe there's a lot of like Asian people, well not a lot, but a lot more Asian people there, and then there's Portuguese people there. My dad's side of the family is Portuguese, from Portuguese descent. I believe they come from the island of Madeira, and yeah, that's kind of where things get a little bit different for me and why I look a little bit different. And then on my mom's side is from Grenada, and you know what? The whole reason of like why I've been doing YouTube videos on this channel lately is because I'm moving away. I'm moving to England. And I've always been inquisitive about asking my family questions about what things was like, or you know, how to cook a certain thing and things like that. But then on my mom's side, I remember once I sat like my grandma down and I was like asking her questions, and I remember she was just like, "Child, why are you asking me these things?" And I didn't really get like a lot of like proper answers. So that being said, on my mom's side, and I know I could ask like my aunts and my mom and stuff these questions, but I would have much rather have heard it from the source. But on my mom's side, they're from Grenada, and from what I understand, there's like East Indian in there somewhere and Welsh in there somewhere. If any of my family's watching this, let me know if that's right. But yeah, that's kind of where I was born and where my parents were born. But one day I would love to do one of those ancestry.com things. I know one of my uncles on my dad's side did it recently, and like the saliva came back and it was like a mix between Portuguese and Spanish, and then like 17% Irish, which was really weird. But anyways, on to the next question. So question number 2, when was the last time you visited your country? Well, as I said, I was born here in Canada and I'm still in Canada, and I am moving to England in the next couple of months, and I go back to England in like 3 weeks just for a quick visit to sort some things out. But I'm still in Canada, but if you want to refer to where my parents are from, the last time I was in Grenada, I was 17. And I turned 31 in like 20-something days. 21 days. And then the last time I was in Guyana, I had just turned 20. So It's been a long time. I've been to Grenada way more than I have to Guyana, but I am going to save that for another video. Question number 3. Where are you and your family from? So again, I was born in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I've lived here my whole life. And then my mom is from Grenada. I believe the village where she's from is called Calavini. I didn't really think it was a village. It wasn't right in, I think it's St. George's. St. George's? Yeah, St. George's is their capital. It wasn't right in St. George's, but it wasn't that far of a drive to where my mom's from. But I guess the island isn't exactly that big anyways. And then my dad is from Georgetown, Guyana. All right. Question number 4. What is your favorite ethnic dish? That's a hard one. I think I've had, even though I've been to Grenada way more than I've been to Guyana, I think I have had way more Guyanese food, dishes. However, I think just by being in Grenada more, I was exposed to way more Grenadian fruit and spices. Hopefully that makes sense if you've been to Grenada or if you've been to Guyana. But if I were to say one thing from either side, because I can't pick, food-wise, probably bakes. Bakes would probably be my favorite Guyanese thing. And roti, but there's not really much. I'm gonna sound so Canadian, but I could just eat roti on its own without curry. I actually don't really enjoy curry that much. Don't kill me, I know. But yeah, probably bakes, and then obviously a lot of people have saltfish with their bakes, but Canadian kids, we just make it most of the time with just tuna and tomatoes and garlic and onions. But that's probably the Guyanese dish that I could eat non-stop. Or rollover pancakes that you have around, what is it? Shrove Tuesday, that time of year. Those are so good. And my grandma used to make those. And then fresh homemade syrup. Ugh, those are probably my 2 favorite things. Which that time of year is coming for those pancakes. So aunties, if you're watching this. And then I would say probably the other thing, from the Grenadian aspect of things, I love how, I'm sure Guyana had this, it wasn't my experience when I was in Guyana, but fruit, so much fruit and such an abundance of fruit. I love sapodillas, I love guinea, I love passion fruit. Oh my gosh, I love passion fruit. Making fresh passion fruit juice is so good. I love soursop. I know that's a bit of a hit or miss for people, but love soursop. I could just live off, if I lived in Grenada, totally could go vegan, raw vegan, no problem at all. But then I also love, obviously this is a juice, and I know you can get it in the West Indies in general, but sorrel, I love that, and that's kind of where I was most exposed to it, was in Grenada. So obviously you could tell I'm a bit of a foodie because I'm going off so much about food, but yeah, those are probably the things that come the most to my mind. Okay, and then I totally realized I should totally give you my favorite Canadian food, not just Guyanese and Grenadian food, but my favorite Canadian food that's specifically Canadian. There's not that many because Canada's such a melting pot, but I would say poutine, which if you don't know what poutine is, it's fries and then cheese curds and then gravy put on top, and then the gravy melts the cheese curds and it's stringy cheese everywhere. Question number 5, this one's interesting. Name one household item that best represents your culture. That's hard. I would think Guyanese would be, I would say like the stereo, because you could play music on that. So something that you can play music on, because I find when I think of Guyana, I think of soca music, and that just like gives me like a feeling of vibrancy. And so yeah, that's what I'm gonna say for Guyana. And then Grenada, I would probably say a spice rack, just because it is a spice file. And then the final question, question number 6, is, do you speak your language? So Guyana, otherwise known as British Guyana, speaks English, and Grenada speaks English, and Canada, we speak English, but we also speak French, and I don't speak French, so English is actually my only spoken language. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick little video. You know what? There's probably things that I've gotten wrong. There's probably things that you could educate me on. What can I say? As per the Guyanese and Grenadian aspect of things, I was born here. So if there's anything that you would like to educate me on, feel free of leaving that in the comment section down below. And I know there's been a few new subscribers, so let me know where you're from. Let me know why you have subscribed. Let me know what has attracted you to my channel, and maybe what more of what you would want to see. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one.